What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for episode number 47 and the final episode in this series. It's certainly been a great time doing this. We're making this city with you guys, and for today's episode, we actually don't have a lot to do really. I mean, yeah, we have a little bit of a space left here and there to zone, which I'm sure we're gonna get to here in this episode, but um, that's about all. And of course, before we begin anything, we are sitting at 8 point, actually, just let's say 8 million. We have 18,000 incoming per week in the city of Cold Rock. I really do like that name, by the way. And we have 137,000 population in our city. We have a small demand for residential, a medium demand for commercial and jobs. So, I think let's just go ahead and dig into it right away. So we'll go ahead and zone jobs right there. And if you guys recall, I mentioned that I was gonna put offices right here in this particular area. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Just right there. And also we do have to duplicate it over here on this side. Perfect. We are going to go ahead and put the game on 3-speed. We are having some abandonment issues over here on this side, and that is due to not enough customers, which is a-okay. We're zoning a lot of tourism here in this area, so that is one of the reasons that that all of this is happening. There we go. Perfect. Now we do have both sides pretty filled in. You know, we can put a little bit more offices here, kind of in the middle, just to give it a little bit of a different contrast. Different kinds of buildings. Maybe even a little bit right over here. I think that should be okay. There we go. Now there's a couple things that I wanted to check out with you guys. So that is going to be in the city info panel. So kind of just going over everything. We're also going to check stats on the other tab that we have, but if you take a look at this middle column here, as far as residential goes, we have nearly every single residential that includes the housing, like the low density, but also the high density. So we have pretty much everything almost to level 5. Commercial wise, nearly there, not quite there. Industrial seems to be the one that's suffering the most, and that's actually usual in I think everybody's city. If you take a look at the same stats there. And as far as offices go, we are also nearly there, having all of them to level 3. So that's good. Average land value is $53 per square meter, I believe. Yeah. Population-wise, 137,000. We do have households. So down, I'm looking at the bottom left over here. So if you take a look at the households, we do have a good amount left for people to move into our city. Same thing with jobs. Worker-wise, we have 68,000. and we have availability for 71,000. And weekly tourist visits, we have about 1,400 tourists coming in per week and checking out our city. Not much really that I want to go over with you guys in there. I did want to get into info views and kind of go over that with you guys. So power wise, we're doing good. We're doing good as far as water. I think sewage we might need to add an additional water treatment plant, and if I recall, I did not leave enough room there. Okay, that is not a problem. We can simply go ahead and fix that really quickly. And we don't need to go too far. I think just that right there is going to be enough. I don't think the game has recognized the shoreline just yet. There we go. I think that should be good. Let's go ahead and go back into the water tab. And there we go. Now we simply have to connect it and we're good. We are good to go as far as water goes and sewage. Healthcare wise, we do have ample coverage throughout the city. And again, guys, if the road is green, that means that that you have a good amount of coverage in that particular area. Police, we're good to go there as well for the most part. I think the only area lacking police coverage is right here. So now that we know that, I do want to place a small police station. I think right there in that area will do everybody some good, and we should have some of these buildings upgrade as well. Yeah, there we go. Those green arrows, they're upgrading. Perfect. And it's a good idea to check this out in your city every once in a while, just to kind of see how everything is doing. Citizen happiness, we have residential happiness at 88%, which is pretty good in my opinion. That's on the good side. You can see that represented by the little happy face emoji there. Commercial, 72%. I think our offices are the happiest at 95%. I don't think there's anything else that we can do to make these guys even happier. And I do believe in the phrase, "You can't please everyone." So I think that applies to our office folks. Industrial area is doing very good as well, and for the most part we only have industrial areas over here, and they're at 94%. Very good. Population wise, I think this tab right here is pretty self-explanatory, not much to go into there. Noise pollution, naturally the industrial area is going to be the noisiest. We do have commercial over here as well as tourism. Stadium here giving out a lot of noise pollution. And same thing over here on this side, duplicated. And for the most part, you guys will see that all of all of my residential areas are not really affected by noise pollution.
I get to sit in a studio for hours and hours listening to my favorite music and talking to people that almost never
Yeah.
talk back. There's a room with
Transport. This is
television where Alex sits and moves
one of
on
those
maps and
views
kayaks.
that I do
Alex
enjoy
says typing
taking a look
doesn't
at.
work,
So
but that's
we do
fine.
have buses,
I
and
stop and
buses
sit
are
down in the
utilized by
subway.
1,600 people
They're
per week.
new,
We have
apparently.
trams, and we actually only have two tram lines,
Italian threading.
and
Peru is
they are these two
Italian for
tram lines right over here,
gingerbread. We take the second best of Milan
and
and
they're
let a
utilizing
perfume markup
about
bring
600
it to
people per
you.
week.
Just because you don't have a
Metro's
taste
by far
doesn't
the
mean you
most
shouldn't
popular
have
choice for
taste.
everybody in our
Peru
city,
apparel.
6,400
Clothes, but
per
not
week.
quite.
Um,
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the
Train,
Stallion, the only morning
we don't
show
have any train
featuring
routes. I
DJ
think
Jimmy Fries and
what
the
this is
four-year-old
referring
quarter
to
horse
is
named
just
Clover.
this particular train station
This is
right
Jimmy
here,
Fries
and
coming
that's
to you from
folks being
Studio 2. Whoa,
taken out of
whoa!
the
Looks
city
like someone's horsing around. That's,
ship.
okay,
Same
easy,
thing. We don't
easy,
have any
boy.
ship routes,
They'll play your favorite
but
hits, give out great
we do
prizes,
have
and laugh
cargo
their way
docks,
through your
or not
commute.
cargo docks, but
Jimmy and the Stallion, stable
passenger
entertainment
docks over
only on
here,
Cities Radio.
and they're being utilized 144 times per week. Now, I also think that this is a tab
This
that
is Cities Radio, the best music in the
that counts
universe.
ferries as well. So again, not the most popular choice. 78,000 per week utilizing planes, and I'm thinking that that also counts towards the blimps, since we have reactivated them, and I'm still having this the same issue. I have not figured out how to fix this. Five people per week utilizing the taxi, and I think taxi is by far the least popular choice. And lastly, I actually forget what this last. Oh, this is the monorails. Now that's got to be 100% wrong. 16 people per week. There's way more than 16 people per week utilizing our monorails, or there has to be at the very least. Well, maybe I guess not. Hmm. Yeah, I definitely thought that we had a lot more people utilizing our monorails. But hey, that is a-okay. Going back to the info views, pollution. Not a lot of pollution going on except for the industrial areas. You'll notice everything else is doing good. Most of actually all of these are trash. We do have sewage output there. This is the water treatment there. Trash and industrial over here on this side. So not bad there. We have taken a really huge advantage of farming, and I think that's the most successful industrial area in our city, alongside with forestry. And if you guys have been following the series, we did drain all of the oil out of uh, out of this particular area here. Land value speaks for itself, and I'm sure you guys know exactly how to use the chart. But for the most part, it's all green where it needs to be. Districts, not much to really see here. Traffic is another good one. Um, if you guys recall, I had a lot of issue with traffic in this particular area, but we did end up solving that. And how we solved it was by adding cargo train stations all across our city. So we added this one right here. We added another one right over here on this side, and the one over here to help with this area. And I think that's all. Oh yeah, and one. Well, I thought we had one. No, this is the cargo No, this is the passenger train station. Yeah, yeah, that's the one that brings the people into the city. But average traffic flow is 84%, which I'm actually very happy with. I think the only challenging area that we have is this one here, and that's not even that bad. I mean, you guys can see that there's not a lot of backup there. If you ask me, this one's a little bit worse, but um, again, the point is to have as little traffic as possible in your city, and we have managed to do that. So pretty good. Garbage-wise, we are using 0 landfills. Everything is being controlled by incinerators, and that is the way I wanted it to. It's less hassle. It does cost a little bit more money, but it's definitely less hassle when you just have garbage being burnt off, and you don't have to worry about um, emptying landfills. Wind, nothing to go off there. Levels wise, in residential, commercial, offices, and industrial. Fire safety, I think we're doing pretty okay for that matter. There's a couple of fire stations over here that are covering this area. I think we're pretty well off there. I really don't think. Well, let's go ahead and add a fire station over here in this particular spot, and we can probably do it right there. Perfect. So now they're all taken care of. Education is a pretty good. Elementary school, high school, and university coverage. Leisure-wise, there is a lot of parks and plazas in our city. So everything that's lit up in purple, I'm sure you guys already know, but that's either a park or a plaza. Heating, we're actually doing very good. Now, heating-wise, if you guys are on a snow map and you haven't watched the whole series, how that works and how it fluctuates is the colder it is, the more heating people use to heat their homes naturally. So this bar is going to fluctuate really close to yellow, sometimes even into red, depending on how cold it is in your city. So all of my heating is being taken care of by these buildings right over here in this area. Terrain we don't really care about that much. Road maintenance, I really never messed around with this too much. I do have 2 road maintenance depots there, 1 there, but I haven't really messed around with that too much. I do see that the condition of these roads could be better, so let's go ahead and place a couple of road maintenance depots. So I think a pretty good spot for one is going to be right there. We have nothing over here on this side, so we can easily place one right there to cover those roads. And we're gonna have to double it over here on this side, but let's put one there. And we'll put one right there, just to keep the symmetry going on that particular side. And we're good to go as far as snow goes. We do have ample coverage for that. Escape routes. This isn't really something that I messed with too much in the city. I do have only a couple of escape routes over here on this side, but it wasn't really a big focus for me in this city, as I have the natural disasters set to the lowest amount. So we actually haven't even had a single natural disaster occur in this city. Radio coverage, pretty good everywhere in the area. Not much going on with the disaster detection. And honestly, I don't even know what this tab is. Oh, this will just tell you if there's buildings that that have been destroyed and that you've got to go around and fix. So that's it for the overview of kind of the everything that we have going on service-wise and all. I really don't think there's much more for us to do. What I will do before I end the episode is I'll go ahead and make a quick time lapse of beautifying all of the blank areas. So kind of like over here in this area, we're gonna add some trees to go along with the terrain and fill in the area itself, and we'll go from there. But guys, I really wanted to thank you for following along with the series. I wanted to thank every single one of you guys who have subscribed to the channel. We are over 1,000 subscribers at this time, and I'm very appreciative. I did wanted to honestly, if I could shake every one of your guys' hands, I certainly would. So, thank you again. Thank you for following along with the series. Enjoyed the time lapse. There is going to be another Let's Play that's going to be on a non-snow map. I will ask you guys for advice. Feel free to comment down below if there's a map that you'd like to see. I will let you know in advance. I do prefer the boreal maps over the tropical and I forget the name of the other one. Simply because of all the choices of trees that you get in a boreal map. But that's all, guys. Enjoy the time lapse. Thank you again. I can't tell you how satisfied I am with the turnout of the city and everything that has gone on since then. And we'll see you guys possibly for a video or two in between the start of the new series, and we'll go from there. As always, guys, have a good time.